Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our monthly Compliance Masterclass. I'm Ilana Stein, the Managing Director for Company Partners and your host for today's session. At Company Partners, we are compliance specialists, experts in CIPC, SARS, and COIDA, and we've built a strong tax and accounting division to support the South African businesses with everything from company registration to monthly accounting. And that's exactly why we are in today's session and why it is so important. Our mission is simply to help SMEs stay compliant, unlock opportunities, and grow with confidence. And that's exactly what today's session is all about. So for many South African SMEs, securing funding is a major hurdle for growth. Most funders won't even review an application unless you have the right business plan, financial statement, and compliance documents in place. And that's why we've brought you one of our experts to guide you on how to get your business funding ready. So first up, we've got Phila Sunday, a business plan and funding specialist at Company Partners with deep expertise on business plan development and funding readiness. She has guided hundreds of South African SMEs through the process of writing compelling, fundable business plans and aligning their growth and vision with what funders are truly looking for. So today she'll talk us through exactly what a funder-ready business plan looks like and how you can position your SME for success. We will also show you a special video demo of our Finfind tool or Finfind funding tool. So this powerful platform gives SMEs instant access to South Africa's largest daily updated funding database. It is designed to help your business quickly match with the right funders, save you time, and helping you apply with confidence. So by the end of the session today, you will know why a business plan is so essential, the key selection every business plan must include, how to build financials that funders trust, the minimum compliance requirements for all funders, some of the common mistakes SMEs make, and also some practical tools and expert help to secure your funding. Just an important disclaimer, this session is not a formal financial or funding advice. Our goal is really here to help SMEs understand the compliance and the documentation required most funders expect, and to share the practical experience we've gained in assisting thousands of South African businesses with their business plans, their financial, and the compliance. So please feel free to post your questions in the question and answer session, and we'll answer them live at the end. And with that, I'm going to hand over to Phyllis Sunday to get us started.
Thank you, Ilana, and good afternoon, everyone. It's great to be here with you today. So what today's session is about, as Ilana mentioned, is that for many SMEs, funding is one of the biggest hurdles to growth. The challenge is not that funding isn't available, it's that most businesses are simply not ready when opportunities come. So today I'll take you through exactly what funders are looking for, the common mistakes SMEs make, and practical steps you can take to make sure your application is strong, compliant, and funder ready. And just as a disclaimer, this session is not a shortcut to guaranteed funding and does not endorse or promote particular financial institutions. It is about practical strategies to strengthen your funding applications. So let's dive in. Let's start with the basics. Why does a business plan matter? A business plan is more than just a document. Think of it as your business's roadmap. It shows funders where you're going, how you plan to get there, and what resources you'll need along the way. To funders, your business plan is proof that you've done your homework. It tells them that this business owner understands their numbers, their market, and their risks. If you don't have a strong plan, funders see it as a red flag. With one, you increase your chances dramatically. So now let's put ourselves in the shoes of the funder. When they read your business plan, they're asking 3 simple questions. Is this business viable? Meaning, can it make money? Is this business sustainable? Can it survive and grow? Is it well managed? Do the owners have the capacity to execute? Your business plans answers those questions. It reduces their risks and gives them confidence. Remember, funders don't invest in ideas. They invest in well-prepared businesses. So when we look at the plan, it should have an executive summary. The elevator pitch should be short and sharp. It should have the company overview. Well, who are you? What do you do? It should have the market analysis, your industry, competitors, target customers, the products and services. What are you offering and how it solves a problem? The marketing strategy, how you plan to attract and retain customers. Operations plan, your processes, your resources and people. Financial projections, the numbers that prove it all adds up. If your business plan is missing any of these, you are giving funders incomplete information. Now, let's talk about the financial section most SMEs struggle with. Your financials need to show revenue forecast that is realistic, not inflated. It needs to provide cost breakdowns, where the money goes. It needs to give cash flow projections. Can the business survive month to month? It needs to have a breakdown or break-even analysis. When you'll cover your costs, industry benchmarks, how you compare to others. The secret is credibility. Funders can spot unrealistic numbers instantly, and it's better to be conservative and grounded in facts than to oversell. Now, whether you apply to government banks or investors, there are certain non-negotiables. One would be that you must have a valid business registration document, a SARS tax compliance, which is a tax clearance, a BE certificate or affidavit, a CIPC compliance, meaning that your annual returns are filed, financial statements or management accounts, an updated business plan. Without these, your application won't even reach the decision makers. Let me highlight a few mistakes I see too often. Submitting incomplete documents, using copy-paste business plan with no relevance to their business, making wild, unrealistic projections and not understanding the market. These mistakes cost SMEs every single day, and don't let that be you. The good news is that you don't have to do this alone. You can work with business plan writers like myself or have expert help. Expert help can save you time, stress, even money in the long run. So you can reach out for support with your business plan and compliance documents. Now, let's look at the practical tool that connects small, medium enterprises to funding, which is Finfind. Finfind is South Africa's largest daily updated funding database. With it, you can search for funding based on your business stage, sector, need, access thousands of funding options from banks, investors, and government. Filter opportunities quickly so that you don't waste time on dead ends. This is the fastest way to see what funding is actually available to you. Let's look at how the video, how it works.
Company Partners has partnered with Finfind to provide MSMEs with South Africa's largest database of verified funders. With just a few steps, you can get instantly matched to finance providers that meet your business needs. To start, go to the Company Partners website, www.companypartners.co.za. Click on All Services on the top menu navigation. Click on Find the Right Funder. Click on Find Your Funder today. First-time users will provide their registration details for the fund matching tool. Users who have already registered can log in and begin the online process. The process consists of 4 steps: registration, onboarding, funding request, and lender matching. At any stage, the user can click on the live chat option and receive assistance during the process. The onboarding process has 3 steps: user, owner, and business information. The user will have the option to indicate if they are the business owner or not. The owner's South African ID and their REACAD mobile number will be entered in the business owner section. The system links up with the Department of Home Affairs and generates a one-time PIN to verify their details, and the owner's profile information is then auto-populated. They complete their business profile information, which is automatically pulled through from CIPC into the system when they select their business from the drop-down list. They are then taken to the summary screen where they see a breakdown of all the information collected during the onboarding process. They can now move on to their funding request. The tabs on the left-hand side navigation guide the user through each step of their funding request. The first step will be to clarify how much finance they are needing and what it is for. The next step is to complete the business information required by lenders. On this page, they give info about their trading history and a detailed breakdown of the owners and employees in the business. In the financial information section, they will provide their annual turnover, whether they have collateral or not, if they are profitable, and whether they have any other loans or credit facilities. For the documents section, they will indicate whether they have the documents listed that may be required for funding. These could include their CIPC annual return, their shareholder register and management accounts, amongst others. Lastly, they are required to verify their turnover, provide latest business bank statements, as well as giving permission to access the owner's credit report via Finfind's API link with the credit bureaus. Once they have completed these minimum requirements, they receive a summary of all the information they have entered during their online request. After ticking the declaration, they click Get Matched to find out if they match with any finance products. The funding request is now complete and the user is presented with a list of lenders that match their specific finance needs. Now they simply click on the funder links provided to access the funder's contact details and finance product information.
As we wrap up, let's recap. So you need to plan. Create a strong business plan with the right sections. Secondly, you need to apply. Ensure your compliance and documents are ready. Succeed. Use the right tools and expect help to secure funding. If you'd like a personalized support with your business plan or compliance documents, please reach out to me after this session.
Thank you, Philasande. We are now opening the floor for your questions. If you haven't posted them yet, please do so now. Philasande will take us through your challenges and provide you with some practical insights in preparing your business plan and documents for the funding. Over to you, Phila. Let's see what they inquire about.
Thank you so much, Ilana. So I'm just going to, while we wait, what we can do is that I'm going to quickly touch on some of the most common questions I get. For example, the question that I usually get is, when it comes to financials, do you find it harder to forecast revenue or to explain your expenses? So to answer this is that most SMEs I work with say revenue forecasting is the toughest part because it feels uncertain. Funders don't expect you to predict the future with 100% accuracy. They just want to see that your projections are based on reasonable assumptions, like industry benchmarks or your past sales. Expenses are usually easier, but you'd be surprised how many plans forget to include basics like salaries, marketing, or compliance costs. One of the other questions that we usually get is, how many of you have you tried to align your business plan with a specific funder's requirement? So this is a big one. A generic business plan might look professional, but it does not speak to the funder's mandate. say, job creations for CIFA or empowerment focus for NEF, it won't stand out. Tailoring your plan to highlight what that specific funder cares about makes the difference between approval and rejection. The other question that we usually get is that for those considering multiple funders, are you clear on which type of funder best suits your SME? So many SMEs apply everywhere hoping something sticks, but a bank looks for repayment ability. A government fund might care about the economic impact. Private investors often want equity and high growth. So choosing the wrong funder wastes time. That's why tools like Finfind are so powerful. They help you match with funders who are actually relevant to your stage and industry. And I think that we have been getting some questions, if I'm not mistaken, Ilana.
Great, Phila. So you can maybe take us through the additional questions in the chat box.
I'm just going to quickly have a look. All right. Oh, so Shudu Travel and Tour is asking if we can have my contact details for when we require business assistance with the business plan. That's absolutely fine, Shudu. I will be sending or providing the details. So you guys can be able to get me through my email address, my officially company partners email address, which is at bplan@companypartners.co.za. That again is bplan@companypartners.co.za. So you can send me your email and we will immediately within 24 hours be in touch with you, get a consultation with yourself on what is it that you are looking for, what industry gap there is, and write a business plan for you. Floors Daniel Adams says, how do a startup do a business plan with no track record? That's a very interesting question and a very good one. Thank you. So we as business plan writers, what we do, we look into the industry benchmark. So we will have business plans like the entry level, which is specifically for someone who is just looking to have a roadmap, something to remind them of the vision and the mission. And then we get industry-specific business plans that we write for you at Company Partners. Now, these are specifically tailored for sections within industries. For example, we've got an agriculture business plan. We've got a construction business plan. We also have security business plan. Now, what we've done with the industry-specific is that we've gone and done the research on how the industry benchmark looks like within that construction business plan, within that agriculture, and bearing in mind that there are different types of agriculture within the sector. So what we've done, we've devised a plan to say, if you are going to go into poultry, what are the industry benchmarks? What is the market analysis there? And we speak your business plan according to what the industry is currently saying. And we look at what your market share will be. So fear not if you do not have any background. What we do as the business plan writers, we go in depth in terms of doing research for you in order to make sure that your business plan is aligned with the industry and what the market is saying. Okay, so and then Pretty Magio says, I'd like to know if the funding is only available in the form of loans. No, Pretty. So Pretty, you get a lot of types of funding. For example, with regards to the government, you have specifically grant access and you also have loans. And you could be able to get a bit of both, which we call it blended finance. So where the government institution will say, we'll give you 50% of this amount for free, but then 50% you have to pay it back towards ourselves. You get one where it is totally a grant, which you usually get from business, from government institutions as well, where they help you as a small medium entrepreneur and they provide you, but they cap it. So with regards to grant, you could perhaps maybe get it from 1,000 Rand up to 50,000. And then in terms of loans, you are looking at the bigger scope of the financial side of things. So it's not always loans pretty. It's a loan and a grant at the same time, which is blended, and you can also get a grant. Okay. So Liqua is asking, what is your standard cost for a business plan? We've got hierarchy in terms of our business plan. As I answered earlier on, is that we have an entry-level business plan, which is just like a roadmap with regards to your business. We've got an industry-specific, say, for example, you haven't worked anywhere, but you would like to know, and we would like to, go into the agriculture sphere. So then, and in poultry. So we'll write up a business plan that is industry specific. We've got a comprehensive one that speaks to your competitors' analysis as to what is the market saying about your competitors. We've got a specialized business plan that is an all-rounder of the three that I've mentioned. So the first one that we have is 3490, which is our start one, an entry-level business plan. The industry one is 4990, and the comprehensive one is 7990, and the specialized is 14990. And all of those, there are discounts that are in it. So if you'd like more about the financial side of it as to how the cost goes, you could also email me at bplan@companypartners.co.za. Again, it's bplan@companypartners.co.za. Do you have business plan layouts for a training facility? Yes, so that business plan would specifically speak to the industry-specific business plan, where we have in the past gone through as to what the training market or the occupational training space looks like, and we've done the research. It would depend as to what type of training are you doing. Is it in a form of a school format, or is it in a form of a consultative basis? So again, if you'd like more information, you can then email me at bplan@companypartners.co.za. I think that is it with regards to the questions. If you have any more questions, guys, you are more than welcome to relay them on the chat.
Great. Thank you so much for that, Philasande, and thank you for joining us today for this SME Funding Masterclass. I really hope this session has helped you to see how critical your business plan and compliance documents are when it comes to the funding success. At Company Partners, we've helped thousands of SMEs across South Africa prepare funder-ready business plans, update their compliance, and connect to the real funding opportunities. And we can help you too. So we'll review your current business plan or help you build one from scratch. We can ensure all your compliance documents from SARS, tax clearance to BEE and CIPC are in order, and guide you step by step through the funding application using that Finfind tool. If you would like Philasande to reach out to you for a free consultation, just type the word plan in the chat right now, and she will be in touch with you within the next 24 hours. Thank you once again for your time, and from all of us at Company Partners, we wish you very success in unlocking the funding for your business that your business deserves. We'll see you at the next masterclass. Thank you, everyone. Have a great afternoon.